Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about Ye consistently dragging his kids and their mom on the internet. So let's get into it, because I know that it's always going to be Kim's fault. No matter what goes on between Ye and Kim, oftentimes the internet thinks that Kim Kardashian is the one to be blamed. Ye should never be held accountable for anything whatsoever. People tend to think that Kim is somehow miraculously God, and she shapes and controls all things. And I don't know how people arrive by that concept, and I cannot even begin to understand why it is that people even give Kim Kardashian that much power when literally she's not deserving of such power, because the woman is simply not God. Let's talk about it, because as you guys know, North West did a collab with FKA Twigs, and that collab was approved by Kim Kardashian. However, when it came to the collaboration between North West and DIDDY, Kim did not approve it, and ever since it has been downhill for Ye, to the point where he has been dragging Kim, the kids, he has been telling lies on Kim, and he has managed, he definitely managed to convince many people that his lies are facts. I don't know how he's able to do that, but anywho, people actually believe that Ye does not have custody of his kids. People actually believe that Kim doesn't allow Ye to see his kids. And when Kim takes that action and makes that decision, they believe that Ye cannot do anything about it. And I think that is so wild and crazy for people not to know that Ye he was, and still is, a joint custody holder when it comes to his children. So, what had happened was, Khloe Kardashian made a comment on North West's collab video with FKA Twigs. I'm not seeing the comment. I've been scouring social media for the comments, but I'm not able to see what Khloe commented. But DJ Academic says Khloe Kardashian posted this about Ye's 11-year-old child, right? I don't know where DJ Academic's morals came from overnight, because we know what happened on that Twitch streaming live with that minor. But anywho, the guy has learned, and he's evidently, being a better person, because that's the only way I can put it. The guy has learned, he's being a better person, and he now thinks that children should be protected. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So Ye replied to that post, because that's where I'm seeing it. And it says, this is Ye saying, it's difficult when you know your children are being indoctrinated and used. People know why I went crazy. Now, I'm in a place where I have to disassociate or go to jail, and I bet not one Kamala supporting pro-black celebrity say anything on me or my kids' behalf. If a group of prominent black stars stood up, I could save my kids from all this. You'll watch these white and white-passing women run, use, indoctrinate, and traffic these black kids, and tell me this is what I signed up for. No. That was Ye's comment. No, I don't know what Ye wants from us. And I don't know what he expects us to do in a case like this, because we really cannot do anything. And if he wants to push this narrative on social media, it is because evidently he's aware that people have been biting into his false narrative. And also, you need to realize that we're in the era wherein the economy is really tight. And no one is going to stop fighting the battles of providing basic necessities for their children while his kids are living a life of luxury. So what I'm saying is that more and more people are choosing to fight their battles wisely. We may talk a lot about a lot of things. We may share our views and our opinions, but at the end of the day, we cannot fight a battle that does not exist for Ye. And I find it to be truly fascinating how he consistently puts on this false narrative that, oh my God, I'm having such a hard time with these white women and my kids are being indoctrinated in such a horrible way. Now, Ye knows this, and irrespective of the fact that he knows consciously that his kids aren't cultured in the desirable way for him, he's not willing to find that antidote. Many people say that nothing is wrong with Ye. And then when they say nothing is wrong with Ye, in the same sense, they say he's speaking his mind. They say, oh, he's just saying this because what had happened to him in the past, right? So people consistently gives excuse as to why he does what he does. But what surprises me is that there's no excuse for why is it that he's not doing the right thing. I find that to be so concerning because all he does is talk on the internet and people believe him. And I'm going to be honest because I do see that less people are believing his statement. Why is he putting out on the internet saying that, it's either he disassociates with this or go to jail? Why is he choosing those options when he could literally go to court? So as such, I find it to be highly problematic that Ye is putting this out there. I find it to be so problematic that he's doing everything besides what can actually help him if he, in fact, does have a problem. So I know that, again, let me reiterate, I know that it's going to be Kim Kardashian's fault. If it rains, it is Kim's fault. If the sun shines, Kim Kardashian is to be blamed. Whatever is going on, Kim Kardashian is to be blamed for everything. Ye should never be held accountable because Ye has never done any wrongs whatsoever. Ye has been so perfect to the fact that he doesn't even want to take any problems that he may or may not be having to the court to address these issues. He doesn't even want to ask his attorney to mediate with Kim Kardashian's attorney on his behalf, especially knowing that this is an option that he has. You see, when a man chooses his battles and he chooses them repeatedly, and then after he chooses such battles, he's then asking people, the black community in this case, come help me fight for my black kids. Okay, we want to help you to fight for your black kids, but personally, I don't know what I'm fighting for because I don't see a problem. Not that there aren't any little things that I object to that Kim does, because I do object to a lot of things that Kim does, but I'm just like the court of public opinion. I can just weigh in my opinion, and I don't see an issue going on here for us to be out there demonstrating as it relates to the kids. The only thing that I'm seeing going on for us to be demonstrating about is your behavior. The only thing that I'm seeing Wrong is your behavior, how you're going about declaring war against everyone and literally dragging your kids in the process. And not only is Ye dragging his kids, he is basically setting the internet up to drag his children. So I definitely would like to know, why is it that Ye is talking about he either has to disassociate from this or go to jail? Go to jail for what? Go to jail for who? Go to jail for why? Because I saw a video that's quirky, funny, childlike, and North isn't the only child in entertainment. In all honesty, we see kids making TikTok videos every day. We see kids doing parodies every day. And while we understand that the entertainment industry is oftentimes dangerous for kids, it can also work out if those children have consistent monitoring, guidance, and protection. It also works out better when both parents work together, or if they legally work against each other. So you see, Ye has options. He's not choosing to legally work against Kim. He is consistently starting fires in different places, like setting little things ablaze. For what reason? To what gain? To what end? You know? Why should we be fighting for you when many people are out here fighting to provide basic necessities for their children, which your kids more than have? Why should people take precious time out of their day wherein they could clock in and get some overtime to just provide basic needs for their children, just to fight for your kids that are living a life of luxury? It's not making any sense. No, I believe that we should be fighting, but not for your children, as I've said, but for you to get some help. People will say, Ye's not crazy. Ye just needs help. Ye's just hurt. Okay. But how long are we going to consistently make those excuses on the internet? To what gain? To what end? Because when we make those excuses on the internet, okay, we are all entitled to our opinion, but how is it helping the guy? Because evidently he's in a trap cycle. Evidently something is going on with this man, and we don't have all the answers. So I think that the only person that we should be fighting for and lobbying for is for him to get help, because Kim is a narcissist. She's gonna consistently do what she does best. And for us, we can't do anything about that, you know? Even if we wanted to, we can't, because the kids can afford dental care, health care. They have bodyguards. They have nannies. Just imagine, you want people who are less fortunate to fight for a group of kids that are protected, safe, protected, double protected. You want people who are less fortunate to give you their time, energy, and focus to fight for your kids that are safe, protected, cared for. And when the situation is so easy, it is so easy. It's literally 1, 2, 3. You have a problem, reach out to your attorney. But you take pleasure in causing pain, shame, and chaos on the internet because you have to be seen. You want to be seen. You don't need a resolution. You crave chaos. You crave attention. And whatever you have going on with you, Ye, is the only thing that needs help with. Whatever it may be, you need to get some help. You're the only one we should be lobbying for to get help. You're the only one we should be fighting for to get help, because at this point in time, honey, Kim and those kids, they're living their best life. And Kim, she's keeping those kids safe. She's keeping them protected. and she's consciously choosing not to take you to court to get full custody. If Kim does, she's damn. If she do, she's damn. If she doesn't, she's still damn. So there's absolutely nothing that that woman can do to make you happy at this point in time. Because if you want her to give those kids to you, you have to demonstrate that you're in the best of health to take care of those kids. And judging from your behavior on the internet, I would not even leave my dog with you. Not at this point. When you're good, but not at this point. You're not good. You're not okay. You're not doing your best. You're not at the best version of yourself. This is not the best version of Kanye West. And everyone knows it. Even those who don't want to agree knows that this is simply not the best version of Kanye West. And as such, you're not going to get those kids. You can't get those kids, as a matter of fact, because you can't fix you. You can't keep a happy, solid union with your wife because you're in Tokyo, Japan, and she's in LA. So you have a lot of things to fix, ye. And the things that needs to be fixed at this point, it's not those white women. Even if you want to say it's them, even if people want to be in denial and say it is those white women, it's not them. It is actually you. You're the only thing that really, really needs help in this scenario. And it's so unfortunate that the internet enables these behaviors of yours. And then you think that it is okay. And because the bad behaviors are so oftentimes encouraged and supported, you just don't know any better. You just don't know that you need to get help because in your head, and you're even saying this, you're saying everyone agrees with you. And I don't see who is that everyone because like hell, I don't agree with you. And a lot of people don't agree with you. So if you really care about those kids, you have to start being a better father figure for those children. You owe them that much. And that should not even be considered as much. It should be considered as very little. Just very little. Those kids didn't ask to be here. And you're responsible for them. But at this point in time, you're acting like the irresponsible adult. And that's not helping you or those children. But that's all I have to say. That's just my 2 cents on all of that. Let me know what's your take, guys. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up. Share, stay safe, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.